Yo, what's up, everybody? This is a breakdown on IM8. If you don't know who they are, they're a supplement brand owned by David Beckham. And the reason I'm doing a breakdown on them is because they scaled 100 million ARR in 11 months. Yeah, I guess I'll just get straight into it. They do a lot of stuff really, really good. And these are things I'm actively looking to implement into brands I work with. And yeah, 100 mil, they're super rich. They can buy me. So let's get into it. Yeah. IM8 achieved a $100 million RR in 11 months by leveraging celebrity influence, David Beckham, and positioning themselves as the go-to their favorite celebrity uses to achieve peak performance. They've mastered all the basics from upsells to AOV to LTV and CAC. And to be able to scale like they did, we need to look at the principles they applied, since not everyone can have a world-renowned soccer player as their mascot, unfortunately. So, yeah, to actually understand how to apply this ourselves, let's just dive into the doc. So the core strategy they used is influence plus value. IM8 sells two core products, which is one's an aging and daily essential, like kind of drink pouch, but positions it as a solution to essentially every reason why people might buy supplements. They say it gives better sleep, healthier gut, more energy, better performance, feel younger. And one of their main selling points is that this one kind of drink pouch, which is another thing I want to talk about that I think I'll talk about in the doc, is the mechanism where it's a drink pouch, which drinks are easy, gummies are easy, pills are nasty. And they basically say this drink pouch replaces all the other supplements you have, and they're in a format that you don't like, which is pills, right? Like, if you want to talk more about that, like, for example, someone I know, like I'm closely related to, they literally hate pills. They talk about how every time they pick a pill, like they feel like they're going to throw up. So, yeah, the main positioning for their product is that it replaces all the other supplements you need and acts as one meta supplement, which allows them to increase LCV by making the customer rely on them for all their health needs, and decreases CAC by promising them that this is a smart decision not only for their body but for their wallet. And yeah, a key insight is they're really not doing anything fancy, just stacking conversion principles on the highest level. Their product page features things like reviews, timeline, authority figure, endorsements, benefits, comparisons, charts, discount, bundles, free gift, etc. And that's all on one like product page. Their product page is maybe like 10 like 10, 15, 20 scrolls long. Like, your product page is absolutely massive, and it has so much stuff on it that they basically hit every bit. Like, it's honestly kind of funny because it literally looks like, you know how like there's the bell curve versus like, oh, I'm gonna do all of this, and like it's the guy who has like a rock for a brain, and there's like the people who are trying too hard at the very top of the bell curve, and they're like, no, you have to do this. And then on the other end, there's like the guy who's doing really, really good, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna do everything. That's literally what they're doing. They're just like, I'm just gonna do everything, because they have like 14, they have like 3 or 4 different review sections, and like one celebrity reviews, one like people reviews, etc. They have data charts. They go into product breakdown, like ingredient breakdowns. They literally go through everything that you can go over for that product. So yeah, at the bottom of the page, they literally have another offer. Like, they literally have everything that you can think of on one product page, and it's probably why they convert so good. Because anybody who has a question, they scroll through it long enough, they'll get their question answered. So yeah, main funnel strategy is authority/influence. They use authority figures to make claims feel more persuasive, right? So, for example, something that they do and something I want to start doing, and I'm kind of in the process of figuring out, is kind of just collaborators and basically using other people's accounts to post your ads. Like, for example, something they were doing is they had a doctor, and they're using that doctor's account to post their ads. And because it's coming from a doctor, and the doctor was in the ad, and he was saying all this like good stuff about their supplement, it just naturally held more weight because people think doctors are trusted, like, experts. And it really targets skeptical buyers and a saturated market who are used to general claims. And this is kind of more just where you look at market progression and like the stage that the market is in, because there's stages 1 through 5, and then like there's usually a great reset. And yeah, so some of the hooks they were using is, as a physician, I rely on data, not marketing. This is a hook they were using a lot in their copy, and it makes sense. So yeah, the creative I saw at the time was a bit about running blood panels before versus after using IM8, which instantly gives them more authority and influence, because they're saying, one, I rely on data, not marketing, and then two, bit about running blood panels before versus after using IM8. So automatically, boom, okay, this is medical, and this is kind of just where it goes in the video making, but the hook and the creative relate to each other. So yeah, and another thing, this is kind of just me learning. I don't know, just probably obviously. It's probably like I just thought about it recently, and I want to make sure like I'm consciously doing it more. Which is for the copy I write, I want to really make sure that I'm getting like the good chunk at the very beginning. Because on Meta, if you're scrolling, or for Instagram Reels, for example, because a lot of brands I work with kind of prioritize Instagram. You don't see the full caption. You see like a part of the caption. Where on Facebook you might see more of the caption, but on Instagram you see like maybe 5 to 8 words, or maybe like 9 words, And yeah, I want to make sure like those 9 words are just absolutely beautiful. You know what I mean? So people click on it, get lower CPCs, and Meta wants to push it more because people engage with it. So yeah, um, key elements of their ad was that they took a scientific approach, take stance of a third-party reviewer, which gave them more credibility, recommends instead of markets, and builds trust through identity instead of claims and proof. This is a really big one. Builds trust through identity. So yeah, like for example, if Tom Brady said, "Oh, when you're throwing a football, make sure you blink 3 times and twirl around," you're most likely going to like think, and you see him do it, and like he throws a dot, you're not going to ask about it. You're just going to be like, you know what, sure, bro. Like it worked, obviously, because it's Tom Brady. Anyways, that was a horrible example, but yeah, key insights is they take on the appearance of appealing to logic with all the reviews, studies, and proof. But I would argue the deeper psychological trigger that gets them to buy or the consumer to buy is the trust that gets built around the things that they want, which is to feel younger, have better sleep, etc. Through the use of something measurable, which makes them feel smarter by making a decision based on data. So that's my take on that. Why I think those ads work so well, and it has the appearance of being smart, but in reality, they just most people. It's really actually I'm not going to go on a rabbit, but most people seek validation and just validate them. You can validate somebody by saying anything like, oh yeah, like if a girl wants to be validated on her hair and like, just like, oh yeah, your hair looks great. I saw there's one beautiful mongoose I saw and like it had hair just like yours and everybody loved it. Like, I don't know. But anyways, just validate people with some like, how there's a saying that any excuse is a good excuse? Because at the end of the day, it's just an excuse. That's basically how it is. You just want to validate them and give any excuse in the world, and they're gonna eat it. So yeah, the authority funnel conversion psychology principles, right? This is where we move more into principles and how guys can actually like take and apply this. So principle 1 is authority figures. We kind of just talked a lot about this, but using authority figures, which is something I see a lot more brands doing, really just it's going to take your brand to another level and appeal. And a brand that I like to think of, where if you guys don't have like a natural kind of mascot like David Beckham and IM8 does, something of that brand I really like named Carpe, their deodorant brand. Their founder acts as the authority figure, and their ads are really good. I think their ads, I know they're making a ton of money just from their ads and how good their ads are. Because like I see their ads and I'm like, oh yeah, this is amazing. Like, how can I implement this? So that's a brand to watch out for. They have really good stuff. So yeah, if you don't have an authority figure, you can become the authority figure, especially because like you probably know a lot about your market. But yeah, so principle 2 is proof, proof, proof. This is a big thing in every part of life, honestly. Everyone in their funnel is tons and tons of proof, from authority figures saying, I'm so surprised this won't actually work, to deep dive scientific studies. Everything has proof baked in or surrounding it. So, like, there's a famous quote by, I don't know if it's by Alex Ramosi, but that's where I heard it. It says, "So don't tell." So show them instead of telling them, "Oh, we're the best." Just show them that you're the best. So yeah, principle 3, value creation: deep understanding of what creates value in their market, from consolidated products, so you don't have to take 15 supplements in the morning, to their product covering blind spots that others miss due to poor bioavailability. Right, like that's one of their unique mechanisms, and they're really good at, and what I really have been trying to improve at, just kind of as a marketer and just like as a business owner in general, is value creation. If you can create value, then something's valuable. Like that's literally how life works. Like, no, I'm not going to use that example, but yeah, like value creation is so important. If you can learn how to consistently create value, then you're gonna be golden, bro. Like, you're not gonna have to worry about anything. Like, something that I was like reading through their product page, and something they said is that that because of their dosing or whatever, they cover blind spots that other supplements miss because of poor bioavailability, which is probably a real medical thing. But one, I didn't take the time to search up what it actually meant, and like I was trying to do like a deep dive research on them. Consumers aren't doing that, so they're not going to take the time to search out what it means. So poor bioavailability cannot even exist for all I know. But guess what? I'm like, oh, hey, bro, they got good. Their dosing better because it covers poor bioavailability, and it goes into like a little blurb of like poor bioavailability means like your cells aren't at the proper place to actually receive the nutrients or something like that. You know what I mean? So it sounds like it makes sense, and because it does something that these other products aren't doing, it puts themselves even another step higher than them. So yeah, principle four is convenience. Just want to touch on this briefly since this is what I was talking about earlier, but I just wanted to touch on this briefly since it's not widely applicable. But the way they design your product to be easily used, powder packages you mix into a drink allows them to convert people who A, don't like gummies, B, don't like and B, don't like pills. It's the easiest medium of consumption as long as it tastes good. So if you can figure out how to make your product really convenient, which you can't do for all products, but if you can figure out how you can do it, then you're instantly gonna start doing better. Like, what's that brand? I think it's Grunz. The reason they're so good is because I'm pretty sure they were like one of the first group like superfood, like green food. I don't know like the actual name. Companies to like start using gummies instead of like the kind of powders and stuff like that. And people like the gummies, and then like they have like the cool little gummy pouches, and it looks like just like Welch's. So, yeah. Principle five, depth. Every page they have running has so much depth to it, it's almost impossible not to convert cold traffic. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's genuinely insane how much depth that their product pages have. It genuinely looks like if someone who doesn't know how to advertise let's build landing pages searched up how to convert cold traffic and put every method they found onto one page. It has ingredient breakdowns, timelines, reviews, testimonials, authority figure reviews, comparison charts, what's inside, today and tomorrow stack, benefit breakdowns, and that's just me scrolling 30% of the page. Like I was literally going through, scrolling, naming the next thing I saw, scrolling, naming the next thing I saw, and I was 30% done with the page when I like got this much information. That's when like it's so insane how much stuff they put on their product pages. So yeah, principle six is bundles. Goes hand in hand with value creation, but it's different. They and their competitor AG1 uses bundles to be able to charge 50 to 100% more than their competitors, which not only increases their margin but provide more value to the customer. There's zero reason for you to not be running any bundles. Zero reason. The only reason you won't be running bundles is if you have one product or one SKU. And even then, just run volume bundles. I like it's just the name of the game. CPA is only going to go up, so that means prices naturally have to go up as CPA go up. And the only way you can counteract or get away with charging more is if they think they're getting more for what they're paying. This is basic arbitrage. You know what I mean? So yeah. And principle seven is deals. Very simple. Use deals to convert first-time buyers. Welcome bundles/kits, and use deals to create MRR. Save 20% when subscribing. Able to run deals because of margin. And what I was like, this is something that I noticed they were doing is they're able to run deals because of the margin they have through using bundles. Bundles are overpowered. I don't even think they sell individual products, or they might, but like it's really hidden. Oh, they do. It's just really hidden. I remember it now. And yeah, like their front end offers a bundle. And like if you go on their site and you're interested, and it takes like 3 or 4 clicks to be able to just buy like the single thing. But most of the time it's bundles. They sell bundles. So yeah. And this is me being nitpicky, but in the copy, I would say cancel or pause subscription in one easy click just to make the objection overcome one step further, since everyone hates dealing with an annoying unsubscribe process. Like right now, I'm subscribed to something it's like a reoccurring donation. It's just like I don't really bothered by it, but it's just like I like when I first paid it, I was like, yo, like how do I unsubscribe? Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like since it's just like, it's whatever. I don't care. If I donate, I donate. Like I don't have a problem with donating. But yeah, that's just something that's always there. So IM8 GTM strategy success factors. One, format innovation as a differentiator, unique mechanism, the ultimate essential. By the way, I wrote all of this by hand. This is not AI. Like I really went through like piece by piece because you can't even pull all this stuff because this is me taking from different data sources such as like meta ads, their actual website, Instagram pages, et cetera, et cetera. So I just wanted to like make that clear that this is not AI, so you guys can like be at ease and not like freaked out because I forgot AI exists. I don't even think I was using AI at this time when I made this, but yeah. IM8 go-to market strategy success factors, format innovation as a differentiator, unique mechanism, the ultimate essential. That's what they say it is. Increased dosage for intended effects, clinical claim, easy consumable format, flavorful, pourful individual packs, social sharing appeal, and the new gold standard. Their words, right? And then number two, clear enemy positioning, multiple enemy strategy. Enemy one, green vegetables, boring. People avoid. Enemy two, multiple supplements, time consuming, chore like hassle. Enemy three, pills, gagging, pharmacy like. These are all things I took straight from the website, right? Like they mentioned green vegetables, multiple supplements, and pills. And these are things that they like specifically call out. So don't be scared to specifically call out things. And like I was saying earlier about the pills, like I didn't really think this was a big problem. I don't. That sounds bad, but like I don't have a hard time swallowing pills. Just putting your mouth swallow. It's not that difficult. But I don't. Never mind. But yeah, scientific credibility. Number three, break down ingredients by benefit it gives. Clinical study. Every ingredient is third party tested. Third party testing NSS certified. Right. So this is another thing that made it so they like kind of won out their market. They use scientific credibility, and then these are examples of how they used it. I kind of confused myself there, so I want to make that clear for you guys too. And then four, another thing that made them so successful when they went to their market is the premium positioning with value justification. This is what I was talking about earlier with needing bundles because CPAs are only going to rise as more people start advertising on the internet. And the only way you can charge more and not have your margins get crushed by creating value. And the way that you create value is basically just justifying your product. Like it's that simple. Well, I say it's simple, but it's a really hard thing to do. So, yeah, the hard part is putting it in a way the consumer understands. Because obviously, if I have like something this long, people will understand. Like, okay, I guess that makes sense why they, actually went to 100 million 11 months. But actually implementing, getting all this stuff done, having the research to know, okay, we're gonna use a drink instead of a pills. Like we're gonna use these angles to actually like bring it to the market. That takes, it's pretty hard to do, or it takes time at least. I don't want to say hard, but most things that are hard just take time. Yeah. Lastly, is they save money slash replaces 16 other supplements. Once again, premium positioning with value justification. And yeah, I talked about them here. And then this is how I would steal it, right? I honestly think Carpe, which is the deodorant brand, and I talked about earlier, is doing an amazing job at doing this same type of strategy and provides an excellent blueprint for other people who want to use a similar strategy but don't have the backing slash connections of a pro footballer and a Fortune 500 company. So that's also another reason, like I was saying, it's really easy to put all this stuff on paper, but it's actually I'd imagine it's pretty hard to implement. I don't know because I never scaled to 100 million in 11 months. But yeah, Carpe's founder turned himself into an authority figure and used a mix of natural UGC style content, public interviews, green screen videos, etc., and education baked into it to serve as easily digestible proof, and turned himself into the deodorant guy of sorts. So yeah, I ended right on the dot. I want to finish this video by 3 p.m. It's now 3 p.m. So yeah, I hope you got some value from this video. It's really just like informational and kind of straightforward. So if you watch this whole thing and at least take one thing from it, just focus on bundles and making and creating value. If you can do that, you'll succeed. So yeah, I love you guys. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one because I'm low-key like spam uploading right now. So